Welcome back to Movie Reviews by Movie Lovers. Today we're doing 101 Dalmatians. Now I'm going to say right off the bat, sorry, dog moved the camera. We're still okay. We have actually lost the dog that we mentioned on TikTok, which is the Dalmatian that she had as a young kid. We lost her just a couple days ago, and yeah, it's a bit sad for us. Her name was Freckles, so no longer do we have a Dalmatian, but we will get one later. So now that we got the sad part out of the way, now we're gonna do our normal, which is short review, spoiler alert, long review. Short. We give this a 5. It's our all-time favorite. It's Disney. Woo! Anything to add to that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I think we just go right into the spoilers now. So, have you left?
You should, even though you should have seen this movie already. I mean, it's a classic.
Yeah. Well, how about we just use this opportunity to introduce some of the stuff that we have around us? Every time, I guess I'm going to just start doing this. Well, we have BB-8, we have the Basilisk Tooth, have the Snitch, and then we have a carousel, which you can barely tell, which we're going to say is like a movie thing for Mary Poppins, because that's mentioned the most of the time, even though it's not really a movie thing. I'll mention more later for like the stuff that's behind us. So, I think you should be gone by now if you don't want spoilers. So here we go. Well, if you don't already know it, it says 101 Dalmatians. Yeah, that's the gigantic spoiler. Sorry, we need a laugh. Well, this one's the animated version, so it's going to be slightly different. I think the only thing that I want to say out of this is I'm a little sad they didn't do it close enough to the book. Because the book and the movie are completely different. That's with the live action as well as the animated. They're not exactly the same. Because there are supposed to be 3 adult dogs in this. They're supposed to be Pongo, Mrs. Pongo, and Perdita. 3 different. So, the first 2, Pongo and Mrs. Pongo, they're the ones that are actually in the movies. But they changed the female dog's name to Perdita, which actually she's not supposed to be that name. It's supposed to be a dog that, the wife found that had recently had her puppies taken away from her. Later you find out they're also taken away by Cruella. And she gets reunited with them later. And they don't incorporate that, which is sad. And then also, in the book, I know more about the book than she does, is Cruella's supposed to have a cat. And she's supposed to taste like pepper. They don't do that. And it was one of the best parts of the book. Alright, now I'm done ranting about the book. Anything you want to add? Any of your favorite stuff? I'm guessing the naming. I like how Lucky has the horseshoe.
Yeah.
Patch has a patch.
Rolly is fat.
Yeah, they don't incorporate all the names in the animated one. I mean, we can talk about the live action one too, because we don't have it in our collection, but we've seen it. Like in that one, they do, they mention more names, like Weezer. Wizard. That one's fun. And they also mention Freckles, which was the name of your dog. Yeah, and then they have Jewel, and it looks like she has a necklace.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love the way they do the spots in this.
And Dipstick.
Yes, Dipstick. Which I wanted to name our Chewini, but she wouldn't let me.
And it's a good thing, because a lot of his black on his tail disappeared as he grew up.
That's true. Well, I guess I like the way... I'll stop talking about the dogs to talk about the people. I love the way in this one where they both end up in the pond and they're laughing because he gives her the handkerchief and it's all wet just like hers is, and they just start laughing, and that's how their relationship starts. And then like in the live action one, it's where his bike goes over and he tries to steal her dog, and then he looks at the dog and he's like, "Excuse me," and he looks underneath. And that was funny.
So it's how Pongo can read time.
Yeah, that one's interesting. Oh, they don't have it in the animated one, but in the live action one, he can open doors. He pushes the door.
Yeah, I wish we had that, so that way we wouldn't have to constantly let our dog out to go pee.
The only problem is he let the cats out, too.
A good point.
We don't want that.
No, they're paying to get back in as it is.
Yes. But, this movie is really good. If you like animals, dogs, whatever, because they even have cats in this, too.
Sergeant Tibbs.
Yes. Which, in the animated one, that's the only one where they have a cat. You don't see it in the live action.
No, you don't.
Though I like the raccoons in the live action. They're funny. But yeah, for us, 101 Dalmatians is a must-see if you love Disney. Disney. Just Disney. Yeah. And any age can watch this. It is so G. It doesn't even need to have the rating. It could be NA. Not rated. Because there's nothing bad about it. I think the only thing is if you have young children and Cruella gets really weird in the animated as well as in live action, she gets really creepy. But it's safe.
I just like the skunk part in the live action.
Yeah. They're like, oh no! Also, in the live action, it's the better version of the two guys. Horace and...
Jasper.
Their live action version is better than their animated version. Though I do like they incorporate, at the time of what this is set in, like a TV show where it shows a criminal and they have to guess what he did.
Guess my crime.
Yeah, that's kind of like a hint towards like Catch Me If You Can too, which we will review later. But it's just fun.
Yeah.
Anything else? Well, I think that's it for this one. And if you haven't seen it, go see it. So we'll talk to you later.
Bye.